by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
Racing for another hit while the East Coast is still reeling from a deadly storm that knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of people. I'm Hannah Doba with more on a new winter storm on the way.
And a man camped out on the dangerous ice of the Missouri River in Great Falls, no longer on the river. What happened to him and why? Also coming up.
Good morning. It is 6:30 here on your Tuesday. We're glad to have you with us. Our top story for you now. A powerful storm is poised to pound northeastern communities, still reeling from the nor'easter that rolled through just a few days ago. And that first storm is being blamed for at least 9 deaths.
Now, as of last night, there were still 350,000 homes and businesses without power. CBS's Hannah Doba has more from New York, which could bear the brunt of this incoming weather.
The coastal town of Duxbury, Massachusetts is racing to fix this seawall, decimated by last week's nor'easter. They have until tonight before another powerful storm rolls in and threatens homes.
If this gets back too close to the house, we're going to end up with the footings of the house actually being undermined.
Round 2 is headed in from the Midwest, where it already dumped loads of snow and ice and looks poised to do much of the same all along the Northeast corridor.
This is a colder storm than what we had last week. So as it moves up the coastline, big snow totals just northwest side of that I-95 corridor. Over a foot of snow looks likely. Some of those heavier totals could make their way into New York City as well as Hartford with this one. As
of last night, hundreds of thousands of homes were still without power.
I have no more wood for my stove. I have no heat. I have no electric. I have nothing. Zero.
As crews rush to get the lights on before the next storm, officials say it's not going as quickly as they'd like because of all the damage.
The power that needs to be restored can only take place when it can be done safely and when trees and other debris are removed. So we have to make sure that workers can access those areas.
Crews from Midwestern and Southern states have been called in to help get homes and businesses back up and running as quickly as possible. Hannah Doba, CBS News.
Now for the good news, bad news. Meteorologists say the incoming storm isn't moving fast and isn't packing winds as high as the first one, which should mean less coastal flooding. However, increased snow with this one could cause even more downed trees, create even worse travel conditions. So good news, bad news.
Oh boy.
This little system rolling through.
It happens, though.
Well,
These slow-moving
March.
soon,
You can't forget that little tidbit.
It also means it's
winter.
severe weather season down as you get into the southern tier of the United States. So
Well, and that groundhog said spring was coming 6 weeks. We still got to wait it out.
Yeah.
we're almost there, though.
We are almost there.
That's good. Hey, for most of us this morning, it's going to feel a little more like winter. Temperatures holding into the teens and 20s this morning. Wind chill, certainly a factor. It's not dramatic because our wind speeds are not all that strong and our temperatures are not drastically cold. But our temperatures do feel a little cooler. 18 is what it feels like in Belgrade this morning. Temperatures near 30 for the afternoon. I do expect some sunshine as you head later into the day. Next several days, a nice warm up on the way, but we are talking the potential of snow by Friday. We'll talk about the timing of that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Now 6:33. Our top local story for you now. A man in Great Falls who's been camped out on the ice for 3 days on the Missouri River is now in protective custody. Benjamin Staples was taken by law enforcement just after 6 last night. Cascade County Sheriff Bob Edwards says the man was taken to Benefis Hospital to undergo an evaluation. Edwards says because of the statements made by Staples, law enforcement feared for the well-being of Staples and for the public.
I'm glad it worked out, and I could sense that this gentleman had some potential mental health issues. There were a few red flags for me, so I'm glad we got him off there. And I really, truly believe that if we went out on the ice in uniform, he would have jumped in.
Now, Sheriff Edwards spoke to the media last evening shortly after taking Staples into protective custody.
Well, hard to believe, but yesterday was the 9th anniversary of an explosion on Main Street in Bozeman that left 1 person dead, others injured. That explosion leveled 5 historic buildings, damaged several others. The cause of the fire was a natural gas leak in the Montana Trails Gallery building. Since the explosion, city planners have been working on rebuilding some of the buildings in that area. Rocking R Bar has been rebuilt. Another building at 223 East Main Street is now under construction. Officials say one more building also in the city's future.
We would hope that the last building would be moving forward within the next year. We know there's some folks who are interested in that. We don't have a permit approved yet for the empty spot that's there. We're hopeful that that will be able to be completed fairly soon.
Planners tell us they hope to have that last building finished by 2020.
And Bozeman City Commissioners have voted to write a letter asking the Montana Department of Transportation to lower the speed limit on Interstate 90 and city limits. First responders have been wanting the Department of Transportation to do this since the spring. MTN's Morgan Davies has more on the commissioners' vote.
Bozeman Fire Chief Josh Waldo presented 3 options to city commissioners tonight to lower the speed limit on Interstate 90. The first option is to wait for the Department of Transportation to do a study once the city records 50,000 people. This would not happen until the next census in 2020.
As our traffic volume increases, it just raises the level of probability. You put more cars on the street, the likelihood of an accident only rises.
The next option is the city would pay between $30,000 and $40,000 for their own traffic study. And the third, which Chief Waldo recommends, was for city commissioners to request the Department of Transportation to do a study before the census.
The state statute, which allows for a temporary reduced speed limit until MDT can complete a new speed study.
And Bozeman Fire is not alone in wanting something to be done about the speed limit.
It is one of the most dangerous things that we do, and we support the fire department's request on this.
The stretch of lane that we take care of in the Rocky Canyon is one of the most dangerous stretches that we have to take care of as well.
Other studies that have the speed limit drop include Missoula, Butte, and Great Falls. Reporting from City Hall, Morgan Davies, MTN News.
Now, Morgan tells us Chief Waldo will be presenting the speed limit change to the county commissioners next Tuesday. In other news, the Montana Green Party made a major push yesterday to get on this year's ballot. It's now allowing candidates to file for office in 2018. Montana Green Party organizers submitted thousands of signatures to the election offices in the state's major cities. Now, if the party submits enough valid signatures, Green Party candidates could file this year to run for any state office. However, county and state officials must work quickly to verify those signatures. The deadline for the candidates filing is next Monday, March 12th. The Green Party must qualify by then in order for its candidates to be able to file.
In other headlines, the state of Montana has won a significant court ruling on asbestos claims linked to the former W.R. Grace vermiculite mine in Libby. A state judge says a private insurer, rather than the state, is responsible for the multi-million-dollar settlement of some 100 claims filed back in the early 2000s. The state agreed in 2011 to settle the claims from those harmed by asbestos fibers from the mine for some $43 million. But the state said National Indemnity Company of Omaha, Nebraska is responsible for those claims because of an insurance policy owned by the state for 45 years ago. Now, late last week, District Judge Holly Brown of Bozeman agreed and said National Indemnity must pay for the settlement and other costs. The lawsuit said the state inspectors knew about the dangers at the mine as early as the 1950s, but did nothing to inform workers or the public. Attorneys for National Indemnity could not be reached for comment.
And John Seck, Montana's Deputy Commissioner of Higher Education, has been named the new president of Carroll College. Born in Butte, Seck has a doctorate in higher education. He's worked for the Montana University system for 16 years. The Carroll College Board of Trustees made the announcement yesterday and believes Seck will be a strong leader for the campus. Seck says that he is honored and humbled to begin his service at Carroll College.
The first thing I'm going to do as an official saint after I finish the interviews today, I want to take a little time and walk around campus and just meet everyone, say hello. Hopefully there's some students here at spring break.
Now, one of Seck's first acts as president-elect was to cheer on Carroll's basketball team on Monday night in Helena. Seck will be the 18th president of Carroll College and will resume his duties in June.
Must have worked. Carroll won last night, too,
yeah,
so it must have made a difference. There you go.
Awesome.
Congratulations to the 18th president of Carroll College.
That's incredible.
Yep.
We are so glad to have you with us here on your Tuesday morning. Up next, I hope you've had your breakfast. We're going to be teasing your appetite with our weekly Montana-made product, taking you to Billings to see Trevino's Tortillas operation in action.
But first, we're going to take you to the Big Apple. Here's John Dickerson with a look at what's coming up at 7 o'clock.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS this morning, House Speaker Paul Ryan takes on President Trump over planned new tariffs on steel and aluminum. How the move could impact jobs. And Oprah Winfrey is in Studio 57. We'll talk with her about her next 60 Minutes piece and her new movie, A Wrinkle in Time. See you at 7.